I honestly feel like I'm on the brink of a mental breakdown right now. I am on my last nerve, and I have a lot of those. 8,000 in the clitoris alone, okay? I am about to lose my mind, I think. So if that isn't a hook for you, I don't know what is. This is the witch's report. I don't have to tell you that really because you're already here. And what am I doing here? What am I even doing here? I just recorded a whole thing. um and the audio is terrible. So I'm doing it again. But it's like 4:30 in the morning. I was up at the witching hour rolling around in my bed as a witch does. Couldn't sleep. Sometimes I wonder if it's because my neighbors upstairs are loud or because there's ghosts living in my ceiling. Either way, I'm awake, and I'm just going for it. I'm going for it because I just don't care anymore. I have spent so much of my life trying to do the right thing, trying to be perfect, trying to fit inside this box that I was like born into. Like I was born with a pussy, so I was born with all these like rules and regulations and expectations about who I was and what I was supposed to be and what I'm supposed to do. And over the last 10 years specifically, but my whole life, I have just been working to break out of that box. And I finally escaped, but it's like I've escaped, but I'm naked. Like I'm like, which is great. Love to be naked. But the thing is, like, I've escaped, but now being 100 completely myself is the only option, which is an interesting experience living in the patriarchal matrix, okay? Because the patriarchal matrix and our current society thrives on us fitting into certain boxes, certain rules, certain social expectations. I can't keep track of all these rule books. It makes me feel like I'm an alien from outer space who just came to Earth, and I'm just like, what is going on here? Like, what are we doing here? I have a continuous fascination with humans because they seem to be following this rule book that I have never got. And so the only explanation that I have is that I'm some alien who landed here and forgot that I'm an alien. You know, as soon as I hit the ground, I just forgot that I was an alien, and then I had to like grow up as a human, and I'm just like, what? Like what? Oh, water. Water. Water is life. So that's how I feel a lot of the time. And so the interesting thing about that is that how do I want to say this? There is no greater gift than to wake up to who you truly are and to be that person. But it's I want to say paradox, contradiction, a unique challenge of life that once you wake up to who that person is, you find that the society that you live in doesn't want you to be that. Anyone who is queer, who is neurodivergent, who is, you know, anything that's not a straight white male, basically. And even straight white males, a lot of them feel like they can't be themselves, so that's a topic for another time. But that's the theme of this planet, it seems. The challenge is to come here and be who you are, and then have to find that person because you are living under this weight of a society that's trying to make you something that you're not. And so there's a beauty in finding who you are. But then you have to build something new. And I'm tired. I'm tired from figuring out who I am, to be honest. And now I have to build something else? Like, what? Okay, fine. But if I'm going to build something, it's going to be on my absolute unique version of myself. I'm at this point where pretending to be something I'm not is a far heavier weight than the risks of showing up as who I am. That's just the reality. There is so much weight to live under in not speaking my truth and just being who I am. If people aren't going to accept me for who I am, and they will, the right people will, right? But I've gotten into a lot of trouble. Not trouble, but I've gotten into a lot of situations that weren't right for me in my life. Because I tried to pretend. I tried to pretend to be something that I wasn't. And the thing about me is that I'm not a good liar, okay? I'm not a good liar. So I can't actually lie about who I am. Some people have that skill, okay? Some people have that skill. They can mask, they can pretend in order to survive. I actually don't have that skill. When I do that, because I actually did that for the first, 25 years of my life, which is like a long time if you think about it, because I'm 36. So that's a long time actually to be living under a mask. But the thing is, the mask is heavy. It's so heavy. And it was so heavy that it almost took me out. Like, I was so depressed. There was no choice. Well, I say there was no choice, but I very actively made the choice to love myself. And from the moment that I made that decision, I was on a completely different trajectory to find my true self and be my true self. Because I refuse to not be my true self. I refuse to follow the rules of the patriarchy that tells me that because I have a pussy, I have to be a certain way. I refuse